Let me ask you a question. Have you ever noticed that the harder that you try to be there for people, the less they appreciate you? Let me see if I get the scenarios right. You always text first. You always show up when no one else does. And you basically bend over backwards to make sure that they're okay, they're fine. And yet, they take forever to reply. They're flaky on plans. And they're basically treating you like an afterthought. Sounds familiar, right? Sounds oddly familiar. Now, here's the brutal truth, okay? The fact that you're too available, it's making people lose respect for you. I know that you think that being kind, being reliable, and always present makes people value you, but in reality, it actually does the opposite. It makes them take you for granted. Because the way things work is that the more that you chase people, the faster that they run. The more effort that you put in, the less likely they'll appreciate it. And if you do not fix this, you'll keep draining yourself for people who don't deserve it forever. Hi, my name is Marisha. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be exposing the mistakes that's killing your reputation, draining your energy, and just keeping you stuck in one-sided relationships. And the important part, I'm going to be showing you exactly how to fix it. But before we get into it, make sure that you hit the subscribe button, because trust me, no one is going to tell you this. Now let's get into it. So let's start off with the harsh reality of just being too available. First of all, being too available, people respect you less. Okay? This is a harsh pill to swallow, but if you do not set boundaries, people will not respect them. Because there's no boundaries. What boundaries is there to respect? Think about it. When something is always there, do you actually appreciate it? Probably not. And the same goes for people. If you're just too available, if you're responding immediately, then you're teaching people that your time isn't valuable. And honestly, why would others value it? Why would they? Second of all, you become an option, not a priority. So, have you ever had someone cancel plans on you last minute? Or just leave a message on read for hours or maybe even days, only to respond when they need something? That's because they know that you'll always be there. You'll always be there. And, that makes you not a priority, but a backup plan. People don't rush to see you because they know that they don't have to, because you're always going to be there. They don't have to. They assume that they can just reach out when they want, and so they don't bother making an effort. And it gets worse. Here's the worst part. When you finally start pulling away, that's when they suddenly notice you. Surprise. Wow. Because now you're not easy. You're not easy to access anymore. Third, it drains you. And the reality is that they don't even care. Okay? Tell me if this sounds familiar. You're always checking in on people, but no one is checking in on you. You're the first one to offer help, but when you need help, you're met with silence. And you're always making plans, but when you just stop, when you don't make plans, no one steps up. Seriously, this is the driest relationships you could be in. You're putting 100% effort in relationships where the other person is barely putting in 20%. And it's exhausting, I know. I know it's very exhausting. But the sad reality is that most people will take what you give them. And if you offer unlimited access, they will take it. And if you keep giving without expecting anything back, they won't suddenly, out of nowhere, start appreciating you. That is not how it works. They'll just keep talking. Now let's move on to the scarcity principle and why it works every single time. Okay, so let me ask you a question. Why do people pay thousands of dollars for a luxury brand when they could just get something cheaper that works just as well? Answers? Another one. Why do VIP tickets sell out faster than regular ones? Why do people suddenly start wanting someone the moment they pull away. Do you like get the point here? Are you like seeing the pattern here? Because scarcity increases value. It increases value, and the less available something is, the more people want it. Now apply this to yourself, okay? If you're always answering immediately, if you're always saying yes, always dropping everything for others, your time and your presence becomes what? Cheap. It becomes cheap. But if you start setting boundaries, if you start making people wait, if you start prioritizing yourself instead of constantly giving yourself away, you become the person people chase instead of the one doing the chasing. Now, knowing all of this, let's move on to how to fix this starting today. Okay, so now that you know the problem, let's fix it. First of all, first things first, start saying no without feeling guilty. Okay? You need to start realizing that not every request deserves your time. Not every invitation needs a yes. Because honestly, you don't owe people unlimited access to you. You don't need to be available 24/7 to be valuable. And you don't need to explain yourself every time you set a boundary. Start prioritizing yourself. Start prioritizing you. Because the moment that you start saying no, watch how people suddenly start respecting your time more. Second thing that you have to do is make people wait. I'm serious about this one. Here is a challenge. Here's a fun challenge for you. Stop responding immediately. If someone texts you, don't drop everything and then go and reply no. If someone asks you for a favor, take your time. Stop, wait, take your time and consider if you actually really want to do this or not. And if someone cancels on you, don't rush and reschedule it right away. Take your time. Because your time is a privilege. It's not a free-for-all. You need to understand this, okay? Third thing you gotta do is focus on your life and watch people start chasing you. I'm telling you, there is nothing more attractive than someone who has their own goals, who has their own dreams and priorities. So start focusing on your passion. Start building something that excites you. Start investing in yourself instead of pouring energy into people who don't freaking deserve it. Because when you do this, something interesting is going to happen, okay? People are gonna start noticing, okay? They're gonna start noticing and seeing. Because the less available you are, the more valuable you become. The fourth thing that you need to do is only give to those who reciprocate. Well, I hope I'm saying the word right. So, if someone isn't putting in effort for you, match their energy. 20/40. Okay? This is very important because you have to stop chasing people who doesn't freaking care about you. And you need to stop overextending yourself for those who wouldn't do the same thing for you. And most of all, stop expecting people to appreciate what they don't have to work for. So instead, surround yourself with people who respect your time, who value your effort, and make you a priority, not an option. It's very important. Now, so my final words, it's time to take back your power, because here's the truth. Your availability should be a privilege, not a given. If people do not respect your time, it's because you're not demanding that they do. Okay? But starting today, that changes. You are going to start setting boundaries. You are going to start saying no without feeling guilty, and you are going to start making people earn access to you. And then watch what happens. Because the moment that you stop chasing people, people start chasing you. Now, if this hits home for you, don't just sit there, don't be shy. hit that subscribe button and join the movement of people reclaiming their value. And drop a comment below. What's one thing that you are going to stop tolerating from now on? And let's start a revolution. Now, if you liked the video, give it a like, and if you want to watch more of my videos, you can check out this video or this video, and I'll be seeing you in my next one. Bye.